S.Ma.R.T. exercise band routine today. All right, so the first exercise we do is a standing squat. So you're going to stand on top of the cables.
I think I did it quite wide to get the right tension.
You're going to need a pretty significant amount of resistance for this because you've got some big, powerful muscles working. All right, so Doug's a strong guy. He's got a lot of resistance on here. Movements are slow. Keeps a pretty straight back. He's going to try to be working, concentrating on the front of his thighs, butt, and even the back of your legs working on this one. Nice and slow up, slow down, constant tension on the muscles that we're trying to work. And he's got enough resistance here with these bands. Doug's a strong guy, he can get some good work out of this. Feeling that, Doug? Okay, that's a good sign. Hang in, dude. And you want to take this exercise, as all of the exercises, to a point of muscle failure when you really can't control it. And he's going to be really a lot of time, probably somewhere around 90 seconds on this thing. Come on, Doug. Push, 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 push. Okay, work it down, work it down. You want to resist on the way down. Don't just go through the exercise, go through the motion. That's it, that's it. Got one more? Come on. Looking good, Doug. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Great set, great set. All right. Good. Go, go, go. That's a pretty good set, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, proof that you can get some work out of that. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Next exercise we're going to do is stiff-legged deadlift. It works butt, hamstrings, lower back. You're going to have to take up enough cable so that you have just a short end by each handle. So, because we're going to start in a low position, we want some kind of tension in the bottom.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Can I just stand on the outside like this?
I think so. Let me see why not.
Well, let's take, oh yeah.
Yeah. No, for you. Now that may be too much. I'm not sure. Is that okay? Good.
And then if you want to come on this side, we
Yep.
can see the back side of Doug for this one.
All right. So back stays straight. Not too much bend in the knee, Doug. You can make it more of a stiff legged deadlift. There you go. Knees are a little straight. You just bend from here. And you pull from here, straighten up. So come here, straighten up. This works again in the butt, hamstring, lower back. You've got a lot of tension on there, but you're going to need it for these. These first two exercises require a lot of resistance because you've got big, powerful muscles working. That's it. Hang in, kid. All right, it's getting pretty close now. Come on. Come on. If you feel a lot of stress or any kind of pain in the lower back, you'll have to do a different exercise. But most people can handle this, even if they have some kind of back issue, moderate anyway. Come on, Dougie. One more time. Hang in. This is the one you want to get one more rep, not one more set. This is when the muscles work to a point of failure. Go, 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 go. That's it. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay. That's it. I'm trying to get a feel for the exact of these cables.
Yeah.
I think okay. Okay, our next exercise is rowing motion. In the book, I write that I want your elbows to stay at shoulder height. That's a misprint. That's not a misprint that I wrote incorrectly. I want the band to be about at shoulder height, and I want your elbows to come down with thumbs up. They'll be obviously below your shoulder level. So the movement is really rounding your shoulder blades, stretching, leaning back a little bit, balancing with your feet. And then I want to pinch the shoulder blades and finish with my elbows past my body, chest up, shoulders back. It's going to work the big muscles in your upper back. All right, we're going to give that a shot.
Okay. Take those.
Yep.
Sit. We're going to lean back a bit.
Yeah, now I want you to have a little stretch, like even so if you need to scoot your butt back a little to get a stretch. You're bracing with your feet. Okay, so we're going to start here.
Okay.
Our shoulder blades are round and this is going to pull. I want you to feel the pull. Yeah,
Okay.
just pull back. It's a rowing motion. It's really simple. This is working a little bit. You feel a difference in that band strength?
Yep.
Good. And she's pinching her shoulder blades. That's really the action. You will feel this in your arms. They are working, but they're not the primary mover. These are the big muscles we're trying to attack. The upper back, these muscles, the trapezius, lats, that's a whole upper back. And actually down to about 3/4 down your spine. So, yeah. Pull back, chest up, shoulders back. Feeling this?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want.
So here, do
Yeah.
I keep holding them in or do I let them go? I keep
Elbows?
holding them, the back muscles. Like keep my
Now I want them to stretch.
Do I-
And
that's what I
then
thought you
you're
had told
loading
me.
the muscle. You feel that load
Yes.
when I'm talking? That's the stretch.
I
That's
thought
what I
that-
mean by load. Okay. And then pull back.
I
Yeah.
thought you had told me not on the machine, so I wanted to make sure we got it in there.
Yeah, it's not a total relaxation, but it is a range of motion
Yeah.
stretch. It's subtlety. Okay, steady. You feel this working?
Yes.
Yeah, these are big, powerful muscles. You're going to need a heavy band or two. There you go. Back slow. Now, what you want to learn is on the way back, if the tension is still good, you're still working, make sure you incorporate some concentration. Don't just let the weight back, control it back, resist it back. That's it. Good. That little lean. Perfect. Feeling that?
Yes.
Let's try a couple more. So again, we're working upper back, these trapezius muscles, the latissimus, these big muscles here, back of your shoulders are working, and you certainly get some arm work out of this, tricep, and even some bicep. Good, good, good. All right, let's try one more, Pam. Steady, steady. All right, make this one work for you. Come on. Stretch and pull from your shoulder blades. Hands are hooks. Don't pull, 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 pull. That's it. And back slow. Good stuff. Okay, good job. First three, those are your large muscles. Even though we've done 3 exercises, we've worked about 75% of your muscle mass with those 3 exercises. That's why we do them first. So we're going to start with the cable about shoulder height and arms stretch. So there's tension to start the movement. We're going to pull the elbows back. We're actually going to work the shoulder blades. So you can almost lean back. Yeah. I think so. So Doug is really trying to pinch his shoulder blades and round them and pull from here. Even though your arms are going to be working, you want to try to feel the upper back muscles working. You feel it? Is that enough resistance?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe you can
Stretch.
not going.
Yeah. So these big muscles are working. Remember also, doing any of these exercises in the SMART routine, you want to maintain breathing. So if you'd ask me how I should breathe, I would say heavily. So we're going to be taxing your cardiovascular system. We're almost there. Come on, Doug. This is tough work. Again, big muscles working here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good, 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 good. Yeah. Got one more?
Yeah.
Come on, Doug. And you have to maintain some balance because there's a lot of resistance against your upper body pulling you. One more. I'm pushing him a little bit. You want to try to push yourself as you learn how to do that. Come on, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Good, and back slow, back slow, back slow. That's it. That's a great set. So he's worked upper back. There's definitely some arm work, but you want to concentrate on the upper back. That's a good job. Okay. The most important muscles to get this global cardiorespiratory response started, and then it's easier with the small muscles to continue that.
Get breathing on those ones.
Yeah, oh yeah, you will. Right. Now the next one we do, and again, this would be when you would certainly use the door. You would obviously use the door with this one. So in place of the door stop, we're using a stationary post, like a pillar or something like that, okay? But we'll show you how to do that with the door stop that comes with the cable. So now, if I remember, next one we're going to do. Next one in the line now is some smaller muscles. These are working the shoulder muscles, okay? Now we're going to smaller set of muscles. They get tired quicker. They have what we call fast twitch muscle fibers. And most people have a misconception what that means. Fast twitch muscle fibers simply means these muscles fatigue fast. So you may start to do 1 or 2 repetitions on this and all of a sudden they'll get tired. So don't think it's just you. Next exercise, legs just slightly bent. We never want the knees locked out so we can take some stress off the back, lower back. Arms at shoulder, arms at your side, elbows long but soft. In other words, not locked out, but long, soft elbow. You want to come up to shoulder. See, my left shoulder doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. I want this to come up to shoulder level. I'll show you. On both arms. My left shoulder doesn't go up that high. Anyway. All right. And this is plenty of resistance. You don't need much resistance on this, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you get it. Okay. we're trying to get up to shoulder height. Beautiful. Feel that right there?
Yes.
That's it. Knuckles up and down. Good posture. It's good. Pam's going down to when she feels the tension dissipate. When there's no more tension, then start back up. And then again, you can adjust that with the length of the band that you accomplish with your foot position and also the tension of the band itself. Feeling shoulders? Okay, now you're going to get tired quickly on this. This is what I'm talking about, fast twitch muscle fibers, okay? So stay with it. Her arms are just even with her body plane, so they're not forward, they're just even with the body plane. Your body's going to try to lean back a little to get leverage. We don't want that. Starting to get fatigued, right? All right, hang in, hang in.
Okay, now I'm gonna get.
Okay, yeah, we're almost, now we're getting really fatigued. Okay, I want you to get to that point. Breathe, down slow. Now try to go right from about there where there's really tension. Go back up, see if we can get this. This is now fit, this is muscle failure. Go, 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 go. Down slowly. You've just seen muscle failure happen. That's what we want. We want to have that happen in a certain allotted period of time. With these muscles, it may be 30 to 60 seconds and they should kick out on us. That's good set. Next exercise, again, we can use a very stationary, hopefully pillar support, or we can use the door jamb. We'll show you that later. We want this cable at about shoulder height. We're going to be working the chest and the front of the shoulders. This is called hug a tree. Actually, it's a pec fly. Anyway, so we're going to lean forward. Always when you're leaning forward, try to get one foot in front of the other for a little balancing. Elbows stay high, around. You're coming in a rounded movement. Long arms, but elbow a little bit bent. And we're going to come this way from the chest. Try to get all the way in. You're going to feel this right at your sternum when you're here. And the chest muscle, when we come back, you're going to feel tension right through your shoulder into your arm. And that's how the muscle tracks in your body. So stretch the chest. Come around and feel the chest muscles bunching towards your sternum. Okay. So get a lean forward, one foot in front of the other. Okay. Good, good. You're in a real good position. So you're coming across. That's it. Let's get the elbows a little high, come around. There you go, there you go. That's it. Back steady. Now that chest muscle goes from your sternum, the middle of your breastbone, through your shoulder into your arm. So you're going to feel a pretty good stretch there. That's probably a hair light for you. Elbows up.
I was going to say, when I have a lot of weight, I start getting scared. I'm going to stretch too far. Okay, good.
And if you feel when you're doing this exercise, if you feel it's a little light, you can actually move a little bit farther away, and get more tension. Yeah, that's it. So you can make these adjustments. You get the tension out of the band by your manipulation of your body and the position. Does that feel a little better?
Yes.
All right. Come around. You can always raise those elbows a little bit. In other words, yeah, that little subtle move. She raised her elbows. Feel the difference?
Yes.
Okay. And these are some of the these are some of the things I try to write in the book. Things to watch for, which are common mistakes. Your body's going to try to find its best leverage. We don't necessarily want that. We want to have the best exposure to this tension in that muscle group.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Good stretch. That's really good stretch. You don't overdo the stretch, but she's getting real good range of motion. And she's going to start fatiguing right here. Come on, squeeze together. We're getting real close. You can see the signs of fatigue. A little bit of shaking.
Arms come down.
Yeah, your body's going to try to make it easier. We're going to try to stay with it now. We're very close. Hang in, Pam. Hang in. Elbows up. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Great set. We're going to try one more. She could probably use a little more resistance or by either stepping out or using the next level of band strength up next time. And you keep track of that. Come on, last one. Beautiful, and back slow. Back slow, give me a stretch. That was as good as you can do it. Real nice. Excellent. Okay. Cool. Okay, so even you can feel, once the resistance is proper, you can get some work.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not nothing. Chest muscle goes from your arm, through your shoulder, into your sternum. You want the arms at about shoulder height, and keep the elbows wide like you're hugging a tree. And you can feel that action go from the shoulder to the sternum, and on the way back from the sternum back through the shoulder. That's it. Come on, Doug. And as you fatigue, your arms are going to drop, your hands are going to drop to give you more leverage. You try to avoid that. That's a natural anatomical reaction. Squeeze, squeeze. Hang in, we're almost there. Doug's working pretty hard. This is what we want to get out of you. We want you working hard. Come on, Dougie. Come on, come on. Keep it moving. Do not let it stop. Faster than stopping is moving. That's the one. Work it back, work it back, work it back. See if there's anything left. Even if you try a half rep, it doesn't go, then you know you're done. Go, 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 go. That's awesome. That's real failure right there. You just witnessed it. That's what we want to try to accomplish. And at any level that you're at, you can accomplish the same level of intensity. He's done. Beautiful. Good stuff. Good, good. Yeah. Okay. Am I good in the frame here, Dougie?
Yeah.
Okay. Next exercise, and again, all this is the exact format, the exact routine we have in the book for you. You step on the bands. We're going to do a bicep curl, okay? And depending on whatever your strength is. Now, bicep curl, again, knees not quite locked but straight, elbows into your sides or at your body. Think of a pin or an axle going through your elbows through your body, which you're going to rotate around. So we're coming up and curling this way. So from the side, it's a rotational movement. Let me show you. We're rotating around the elbows. We come up, 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 and at the end there's a little bit of that elbow coming out, moving away from your body, then back to that axle concept, rotating around your body. Now, a lot of people get real tense in their forearms and hands. Think of your hands as hooks, so you're not grabbing and having that forearm fatigue before the biceps do. Okay, try that. That may be heavy. Depends. So get close. Yeah. Let's see if we can get the tension kind of even. I think about you think the side shot, Dougie, is better for this?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna start. Think of that pin going through your elbows, and you're just gonna rotate up, palms facing. That's tough, I mean, that's a lot of resistance. And right at the end here, there's a little bit of what we call shoulder flexion, or elbow coming forward, because this bicep goes across the elbow joint, but also the shoulder, so a little bit of that action gets a full contraction. So here's the mindset on a bicep curl. Go ahead. We're starting here, and the tension's working up, 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 up. Then we'll have that elbow come a little forward. You'll feel it squeezing like you're making a muscle. That's what you want to feel. And on the way down, keep that tension. Her hands are perfect. She's not grabbing. You can have a little bit of closure, but if you keep that hook kind of a concept, these forearms won't fatigue before your biceps. Real good, Pam. And she's keeping the wrist. The wrist should be a direct extension of the forearm. You don't want to extend that wrist and get this action, so keep it as one unit. Real good. You feeling this a little bit? Yes. Okay, stay on. Come on. Squeeze, think of the squeeze. So as much as you can visualize each exercise and each muscle group working, that will help you accomplish this isolation and intensity. Steady, real nice. She's working, that's real good, Pam. We're almost there. Try to stay with it, get some work on the way down. We're gonna try one more. On that last rep, I want you to try to get as much as you can. I want the repetitions to be as perfect and taxing as you can possibly make it. That's it, come on, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. A little bit of elbow forward, squeeze, 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 real nice. And on the way down, just let it come down to a full stretch. That's a great set, great bicep exercise. Good work, you felt that, eh?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Good? All right, so you see what Doug has done here. Some of these handles you can put multiple cables. These are not engaged, so he's not using that resistance. But we can put it in there if we need more or less. All right, so the bicep curl, elbows, think of a pivot or an axle going through your body. It's just a rotational move here. And there's a little bit of what we call shoulder flexion at the top. You see the bicep working up here, Dougie, and then just a little bit of this action. Feel that? Down slow. Okay, the bicep goes from the elbow up to the shoulder. So that's your visualization. Starting here, tension, push the knees up to the top, down steady, and on the way down, he's working on the way down. He's actually making that muscle keep tension. Go, come on, Doug. Tough point. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Down slow. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's it. He's getting real close now, okay? And he's breathing as he should. Come on. One more time. Come on, Dougie. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Down slow, down slow. That's it. pretty close to failure. You may try half a rep, see what's going on. Go, 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 go. That's a great rep. That's the end of the parade. He's done. Beautiful set. That's it. Extra credit. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna do one more. Last exercise. Again, you can take your band with the door stop.
Here.
Okay. And if you had a door that was solid, you could put this at about head height, then close the door on it, which we'll show you later. And I'm going to accomplish the same thing on this apparatus, just by putting the cables up high, the bands. So that's going to support it. Okay. Okay. Next exercise is a tricep extension. It's also going to work your core, back of your arm, a little bit in front of the shoulder. Palms facing away. Take a step forward so there's a stretch. And again, think of that elbow being a pivot point. And we're going to extend around that axle. Straight out to a lock position, and then keep that elbow here. There's a tendency to want to come down here, which takes the stress off the tricep. We want the elbow up to be an extension of your torso, basically. And extend out towards the back of the arm, and then rotate back. Keep that tension and stretch, and then back out again. Okay. This does require a little balance, actually. This. Okay. See how that?
This is not rubbing on there. Okay.
That's.
All right. So again, I'm gonna use.
Yeah. Take one step. Whichever foot feels comfortable for balance. You're gonna lean forward a little bit, and elbows start over your head, up here. There you go. Yep. And then extend out.
Am I moving my shoulders? Did you say?
Not much. The
Well,
axis.
let's do this.
The axis is here. Yeah. Is that too much?
Maybe a tad bit.
So step back. Take some tension off. Okay. So you're going to start here. See how I'm supporting her arms? I want you to feel that if nobody's helping you. And so
Trying to keep them next to my ears. Or
yeah,
so.
and then rotate out all the way to an extension. And that's it. And rotate back. So it's a rotational move, and you should be feeling that in the back of the arm. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. And again, there's going to be a tendency to lower your elbows to give you more leverage and to take the load off the intended muscle, the tricep. Okay? You try it on your own.
Yeah, and then you use a lot of the stabilizing muscles.
Your core is really working. Believe it or not, your shoulders, your chest are working. And these are a lot of fast twitch fibers too. They're going to get tired kind of quick. You should be able to feel and sense these muscles working. They're pretty easy to feel. How we doing? Getting close? Hang in. We're almost done. Come up here. Lock it. That little oomph. Feel that?
Yep.
One
the
more
right
time.
one seems to be working harder.
Well, if you're right-handed, you're going to feel it more in your right hand because you have better kinesthetic, better feel. Neurologically, you're more complete. Okay. You're cool. Feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Voila. Abdominals.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Somebody was talking about not sweating. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, they weren't
And this
working.
is what I always. Well, don't use your triceps when you try to get down. Quads.
Remember, I told you have to learn how to work hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an acquired skill.
Yes, and I mean, that was something that Pam said after doing a couple of things. It's like she didn't realize how hard she could.
You can actually.
The other Pam didn't say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm on. This is my probably 6th week, so I'm getting a little bit, like you said, the perception of
Yeah,
working.
you have a pretty good feel of it. Yeah.
All right.
Now this is my supplemental ab exercise. Okay, can you see me?
Okay, I can see you now.
This is the ab. This is also in the book. Show you how to work your abdominal muscles. They are simple muscles, but they have to be specifically worked in a specific posture. A little anatomy lesson. Your abdominal muscles are located in front of your spine. They work as one unit band, and when they contract, they compress and they round your spine. They make it round. Because when we stand up straight, there's a little curve here, and we're lying on the ground, there's a little space. That's called a lordosis, or a little angle in your spine that makes a little hole. So the first thing you have to do is to get rid of that space by flexing or rounding the lower back. That actually activates your abdominal muscles. If you're not in that position, you are not working abdominal muscles, you're working hip flexors, which attach to your lower back, and that's how people hurt themselves working abs, because they're not really working abs. Okay, so understand that. So cross your hands on your chest, knees bent. Press your lower back into the floor. You feel that engaging your abs already?
Yes.
Okay, from there now we crunch up as high as you can and try to hold for 4, 5, 6 seconds. And even if you don't produce movement, try to produce tension and then down again. And I want you to feel your spine actually extending, making a curve, and coming out of that. So you're moving your spine. So you just touch and come back up. Come back up and also breathe. Okay? So now press that lower back, come up him. When you think you're up, give me movement. If not movement, tension. So exaggerate that position for 2 or 3 seconds. Then back down. You feeling it in your abs?
Yes.
This is isolating abs. Once you feel it, you'll know when you're doing it or not. Okay, now that's your basic exercise. First exercise I give to low back patients. Round your spine, do a crunch. Because almost all back patients are in spasm, they're extended or twisted. This takes you out of that spasm and alleviates some of the pain. Okay, now we're going to do a more advanced one now. For some of you, you can try this. If not, don't worry about it. Come up, hold the crunch, raise your legs, your feet straight up to my hand. Keep the lower back down and crunch and lower your feet. Small movements to start and then back up. Now, the lower you take these feet, the more stress and the more torque and tension you're going to have on your abs. If you lower them too far, back up. You're not going to be able to hold that position. If your back comes off the floor doing these, bend your knees, let your feet hit the floor, stop. These are very difficult. You should not do a lot of these. Now, if she got really strong, we could let her go all the way down, but these are tough. She's doing a great job. Now back up. You feel that? That little extra? Okay, give me one more. I'm going to have her come to here. Now press your lower back, and then pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay. Then let your feet hit the floor. Okay, so you've got the crunches to start, primary movement. At some point you can try these, but make sure that back stays on the floor, on the lower, and your lower back is rounded. If it's not rounded, stop, because that's when you can stress the your lumbar spine, your lower back, and strain doing abs, quote, which are not abs. Okay. All right, ladies. The worst is over.